Until relatively recently, until about 2011, it was very difficult for fathers, because it's nearly always mothers who want to move with their children. It was difficult for a father in that situation to oppose the mother moving abroad. Essentially, you would be going through the motions, because in most cases, mothers got permission, unless it was obvious that they were making the application to thwart the relationship between the children and their dad, or the relocation plan, her plan in relation to how she was going to organise things in the new country, was hopeless. So in most situations where the mother's case was well thought out and was not ill-motivated, as it were, she would get permission, and you would have to advise a father of that. Now, however, matters are more evenly balanced between parents, because there have been a number of cases since 2011 which have adopted a more balanced approach, and essentially now the court decides the case by reference to the child's welfare, and there are no assumptions made now in favour of a mother who is the sole carer of the children, so there is no assumption in her favour that she will get permission. The court evaluates everything by reference to the welfare of each of the children. They look at all the options put forward by each parent and weigh each one against the other. And in particular, there has to be an assessment, a weighing in the balance of the potential benefits to the child of the relocation to the new country, as opposed to the inevitable damage that will be brought about in the relationship between the child and the left behind parent, who's nearly always the father. Well, sometimes that parent is really worried that the other parent may take matters into their own hands, simply take off with the children and move to the other country without bothering to get permission from the court. That's a relatively unusual situation, but there are steps that can be taken in a very, very urgent situation. You can go straight away to court without giving notice. If you were sitting here today in such a situation, I could go to court today and get you an order, or it's at the weekend I can phone up a judge and get an order over the phone. I mean, there are ways you can do things in very urgent situations, but that is the extreme situation. The more common situation is where the other parent is wanting agreement, wanting to do things in the proper way, in which case there'll have to be an application made to the court for permission, leave from the court to move abroad with the children.